Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome in. House of War, episode number 36. We're getting into the big, beautiful bill. This is great news, guys. This is great news. I'm excited to touch on this. I'm excited to get into the specifics of it, the the long-term effects, the short-term effects, opinions, etc., etc. We're getting into the big, beautiful bill. All right. Before we get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to make this simple and plain. And this is going to be coming from a Christian perspective. We in the House of War, of course it is. But let's get into this big beautiful bill. All right, we're jumping right into it. I don't have much time. Pretty late. All right, and we're going to talk about the first thing we're going to speak about is the tax reforms. Okay, and I have this information pulled up right in front of me. So this isn't coming from, this is not opinionated. This is totally unbiased information. I have no dog in this fight. My hat says "Make America Great Again." But this big beautiful bill, "Make America Great." Hmm. Let's see. I have my opinion later after I figure out everything. Because one thing we like to do is we got our opinions, we got our ideas of what we like to think about it. We have our desires of what we want this bill to do. We know about a few details about the thing, but we don't know the total thing. We don't know the entire details of the entire bill. Well, most people don't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look into this and break this down. Um, Laverne, I know it's kind of off subject, but what do you think about the Africans that are coming over here? The Afrikaans, from South Africa. I don't think anything. I think of them like I think of any other immigrant. Same thing. But let's go into this big beautiful bill. Start off with tax reforms, okay? The extension of the 2017 tax cuts. The objective of the extension is to permanently extend individual and corporate tax cuts from the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Now, I like this because the TCJA was actually a good thing, and it actually impacted our economy in a good way, in a very good way. I felt the positive effects from that, and it helped America. Um, will help Americans like me, people in the what was I, lower to middle class at the time. We talking 2017. My wife and I were two working individuals with kids. Man, we could pretty much afford everything we had, and I give a lot of credit to the administration before him. Obama. See, our economy wasn't that bad back in the day. It wasn't. It was pretty cool. But the Tax Cuts Act, it actually it put more, if I can remember this correctly, it increased the income for individuals and businesses. But the short-term effects of this, of the Tax Cuts Act, the extension of this for the big beautiful bill, a potential boost in consumer spending and investment. That's all sound okay. Long-term effects, projected addition of 3.8 trillion to the national debt over the next decade. So now we talking about in addition, this is a projected addition of almost $4 trillion to the debt. Now, this goes against Doge. Now, Doge has been trying to clean this up. Now we got this big, beautiful bill adding on about $4 trillion more over the over the national debt for the next decade. That doesn't sound fair. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right to me. The potential widening of income inequality. Uh, What's going on? I don't like that. But the pros is it stimulates the economic growth. Okay. And this is the Tax Cuts Act, encourages business investment. The cons, significant increase in federal deficit, and benefits may disproportionately favor higher income individuals. This is due to this is sourced by Reuters.com. And let's go to number two. This big beautiful bill, elimination of taxes on tips, overtime pay, and auto loan interest. The objective is to provide tax relief to workers and stimulate consumer spending. I like that. The short-term effects is to increase take-home pay for hourly and tipped workers, a potential rise in consumer spending. Long-term effects, estimated revenue loss of 222 billion over 4 years. I like that. And a temporary nature may limit long-term economic impact. Now you telling me that they're going to be look, I went car shopping recently, and yeah, auto loan interest ain't no it is not no joke. It is not no joke. It's not a joke, not no joke. It seems fair because the ones on the bottom need a ladder to climb to the top. So I can see it being a good thing. The pros outweigh the cons. Oh, for especially for this no tax on tips, overtime pay, and auto loan interest. I'm down for this. I like this. Did you check out the PBD podcast yet? I didn't check out PBD yet. Nope, not today. Um, Jeff Epic, was Martin Luther King Jr. bad for the one that wanted to stop the Catholic Church way back then? I don't know what you mean. Was he bad, or the one that wanted to stop the Catholic Church way back then? Was he bad? Martin Luther King's action is subjective. For a spiritual standpoint, he was right, but his reason and his idea that black people get their freedom from for fighting, for acting, and requesting men to do it for him is where he went wrong, in my opinion. Let's get back to it. So the elimination on tax on tips, overtime pay, and auto loan interest from 2025 through 2028. This is good. I like this. Now the pros is immediate financial relief for low and middle income workers. I fall under that category. That's pretty smooth. Cons, temporary provision may lead to future financial planning challenges and contributes to national debt increase. Now, is it going to fry our national debt? Not like that Tax Jobs Cuts Act. The Tax Jobs Cuts Act. Y'all saying that right? Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I'm sorry. Is estimated to add 4 trillion in national debt over the next 10 years. That's kind of scary, but we'll see. Let's keep going. All right. Number 3, increase in child tax credit. I just recently had a child, right? So the objective for the increase in child tax credit is to support families with children by increasing the credit to $2,500 through 2028. The year is 2025. So the short-term effect will be providing additional financial support to families, but a potential reduction in child poverty rates. That's good. I just had a child in 2024. And I was super excited. I was like, look, they're campaigning on adding the child tax credit. This is good. This is good. But my son, who was born last year, does not fall in this category of or no, this was the new parent's name, is what I'm speaking of. Okay, but back to it. The child tax credit. Long-term effects, reversion to 2000 after 2028 may cause financial strain for some families. Estimated cost of $72 billion over 4 years. I think we can take that hit. I think we can. That's not a long term. I don't think even that's a tough effect. But pros is enhancing child welfare and family stability. There's a lot of single moms out here, guys. A lot of single mothers. Laverne, see God coming through. God is at work. Years of staying prayerful have paid off. God said he will save who you will save. Love that. Rebel God, what's going on, brother? How's life? How's it going, man? I missed you yesterday, man, but I was out a couple of days, so I'm glad you're here. Robert Goulet's tax shifts and reduce equals short-term high impact, long-term plus other things low impact. Agree. Tiger, hi, what's up, Tiger? All right, let's continue. So to the child tax credit is going from 2000. The child tax credit will go to $2,500 through 2028. Right at the moment it's 2,000, and it'll go to 2,500 at the passing this bill. All right, the pros is in enhancing child welfare and family stability, but the cons is temporary increase may not provide sustained support, and it adds to the federal deficit. Tough. Let's move on. All right, state and local tax deduction cap increase. So the objective to raise the SALT deduction cap from 10,000 to 40,000 for households earning under $500,000. Short-term effects: tax relief for residents in high tax states. Long-term effects: benefits may primarily accrue to higher income households. Cool. Potential revenue loss for the federal government. They don't need that much money. Pros: addresses concerns of taxpayers in high tax jurisdictions. It's kind of smooth. The cons is it may exacerbate income inequality and contributes to the increased national debt. We're taking some more debt. That's what it. That's three of them now. That debt is getting debt is getting stacked upon. Oh, that's Gary the Snail, Gary the Squirrel, Gary the Snail, aka Gary the Squirrel. How are you doing tonight, brother? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm mixing it up today. I ain't going in on the spirit tonight. What I'm doing tonight is I wanted to break down this big beautiful bill. I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty. Everybody had their own views and opinions. Everybody want to pick out what they want to pick out from this bill and what they heard about it and what they've seen about it or what they've seen someone say about it. But tonight I want to actually get to it and actually get down to the nitty gritty and let you in. And I just want to let the people know, right? And I want to hear from you guys. How do y'all feel about this big beautiful bill? Rebel God, I'm good. Everything's good down here. How about yourself? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm feeling great tonight, man. Get to go on here and talk about this big beautiful bill. So I'm excited. All right, next, let's get to the MAGA savings account. Okay, the objective is to introduce $1,000 Trump accounts for children born between 2025 and 2028, invested in U.S. equity index funds. Short-term effects is provide initial savings for children, future expenses. Long-term effects, potential growth of investments over time. Estimated cost of $17 billion. The pros: encourages long-term savings and investment, but the cons: limited to children born within a specific time frame and adds to the federal expenditures. Now, I guess I'm not opposed to this. This isn't terrible. You're adding $1,000 for children born between 2025 and 2028 and investing into U.S. equity index funds. That sounds kind of cool to me. Laverne, all this happened because they be giving out foreign aid and doing pillow talking, costs a lot of money too. And on top of that, taking out loans that they know they can't keep up with America with love. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we live in such a new world and the world keep changing. I don't even know if people can keep up with this. I think about that with the schools. Like, can the schools keep up with the stimulation of the children? The children are so stimulated outside of school, and the schools still have the same tactics. The tactics that they used 25 years ago are similar to the tactics that they use now. But children life outside of school is totally different than it was 25 years ago. And I think it's unbalanced. I think the children are so stimulated that when they go to class, they can't focus. Let's continue. All right, next, the university endowment tax. Okay, the objective is to impose a tax on large university endowments. Short-term effects: generate additional federal revenue. Okay, trying to add to that federal moolah. Long-term effects may impact university funding for scholarships and research. Cool. Let's move on. Remittance tax. The objective is to implement a 3.5% tax on money sent abroad. Short-term effects: increases cost of remittances for individuals sending money internationally. Okay. Long-term effects: potential decrease in remittance flows and estimated revenue generation of $5 billion annually. But the pros is it generates additional federal revenue, and it causes financial burden on immigrant communities and possible diplomatic tensions with recipient countries. So now people are getting taxed from sending money outside of the country. 3.5% tax on money sent abroad. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? But that all depends on who you are, right? But for America, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing for America? Is that a good thing for us? This is adding to the federal revenue, though. Every time someone sends money outside of America, it's getting taxed. And look, we know a lot of immigrants do that all the time, right? We always hear about people sending their money back home. Now they getting taxed for it. 3.5. I don't know if they was never getting taxed for it before, but this says implement. So 3.5% tax on money sent abroad. That's kind of what's up. You add money to the federal revenue. I like it. I like it. But I'm an American though. I don't know it. I'm not a fan of people sending money abroad because I don't know anybody outside. I don't know anybody outside the country. So I mean, look, it sounds like a good thing for America, but the people that's gonna get taxed for sending money, are they gonna hate this? Unholy arrow. Enjoy the big stupid bill prohibiting state and government from regulating AI for 10 years. It's literally a bad thing, to be honest. That just means more taxes equals things are going to cost more. Laverne. Oh, plus the government was stealing some of the money. They had found out about that too, or either hiding it or something like that. Can you fill us in on that too? You said they was the government was stealing some of the money. I ain't hip to that part. I don't know what you mean by that. Government always stealing money. Which money are you talking about specifically? Because I think I think the last administration too was using a lot of that money for like garbage, and Doge was exposing a lot of that stuff. And we're gonna get on Elon Musk in a minute. Okay, let's get to healthcare and social programs. Before we move on, let's see, Lauren. Yes, Donald Trump did an investigation on where some of the money went, and he found out that some of it was missing. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. There was like millions or billions of dollars that was unlisted, or they couldn't find out where it was going. Yeah, I think you're referring to that. I think you're referring to that. Yeah, and that's was it billions, Dustin? Billions. Yeah, it was billions of dollars. Yeah, that's mind-boggling, right? I remember hearing that, but Doge was cleaning everything up, but it seems like it's about to come to an end. Runs. I don't agree with their hat or what it stands for, but I salute the YouTube run, bro. I hope you're equipped with facts and try not to keep bringing up the past administration. God bless. 100%, brother. I got you, Run. Yeah. You ain't got to agree on the hat. But my hat just means I want to make America great again. I'm a patriot, and I like the way we used to live back in the day. And I just want that lifestyle for us. But yeah, I gotta keep growing though. I gotta keep grinding, man. We gotta get the truth out here. Appreciate you, bro. Shucks worm, taxes will increase always, usually. America is in how much debt again? Laverne, yeah, sorry about the hold up. Yeah, I just wanted to get some clarity on that. Thank you. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's 100%. Let's continue. We're on to healthcare and social programs. Medicaid reforms. Okay. Whew. Let's get to it, because this is what I was confused about. I keep hearing people say Medicaid. We're about to lose Medicaid. People are going to lose Medicaid. Well, I'm about to break it down to what's actually going on right now. Okay, so Medicaid reform. The objective from this bill, this big beautiful bill for Medicaid reform, the objective is to introduce work requirements and increase eligibility verification for Medicaid recipients. All right, the short-term effects of this is potential loss of coverage for individuals unable to meet the new requirements. So there's new requirements for you to get Medicaid coverage. All right. What are these requirements? All right. So long-term effects, the CBO estimates up to 13.7 million people could lose coverage by 2034. Wow. That's a lot. The pros, it aims to reduce program costs and encourage employment. The cons is risk of increased uninsured rates and associated health complications. What are the new requirements? I want to look this up. What are the new requirements to to be eligible for Medicaid. Because this the one they're like, oh my God, we're about to they're taking Medicaid, they're taking Medicaid. Well, who's not required anymore? Uh, let's look it up. Let's look. I'm about to look this up. I ain't about to sit up here and fake. Send money out should be taxed because money sent out is not money spent on our economy. If a millionaire or billionaire moves his money outside the country, they get taxed already. I don't care. That's why I like that. I like that part. I don't see an issue with that part. What's up, Ozzy? William, you can't impose work requirements for seniors and children. Is that what's going on though, William? Are they requiring seniors and children to go to work to get Medicaid? What's going on here? Because I am hearing stuff like that. I am hearing that. Low Lumbers was good, boy. What's the word, gang? You supposed to be on the House of War. Now it's the House of Rock. Where are the new requirements to be eligible for Medicaid? Like, what are the new requirements? I want y'all to tell me because what are y'all hearing? What are y'all hearing the new requirements is? Because I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. They said they was gonna start kids to work at what age? Can you look at that part of? Now, I was talking to my wife earlier, and my wife was saying that you have to your kids can't be once your kid turns 7, you have to work. If your kid is older than 7 years old, you I guess at the moment, if your child is still dependent, maybe I'm not sure that you don't have to work to get Medicaid. But with this bill, you will have to work if your child is above 7 to get Medicaid. Okay, now this is the new Medicaid eligibility requirements, the work requirements for able-bodied adults without dependents. So this is the requirement starting in 2027. Starting in 2027, able-bodied adults age 18 through 64 without dependents must complete a minimum of 80 hours per month of qualifying activities to maintain eligibility, to maintain Medicaid eligibility. Oh, okay. Qualifying activities include employment, job training programs, educational programs, and community service. So you got to put in 80 hours per month to be qualified for Medicaid. Exemptions include individuals who are pregnant, postpartum, recently released from incarceration, enrolled in school, undergoing intensive physical care, over the age of 55, disabled, or caring for dependents. Me personally, I don't see what's wrong with that. Now, people might not like the age, but we just had a comment on here that said a significant number of seniors and children will lose coverage. I don't see children and seniors on here. I mean, it's 55 as a senior, but it says over the age of 55 are exempt. So I don't get it. Able-bodied adults are the key words there. 100%. This is what I've always felt. Like I don't get the whole. What's the issue? What's the problem? I don't see a problem in this. I don't see a problem in. It says able-bodied adults aged 18 to 64 without dependents must complete a minimum of 80 hours per month. 80 hours per month? No, most people got to bust 80 hours in 2 weeks, right? That's the average job. 40 hours a week. You work for 2 weeks. You qualify for Medicaid. I don't see this being an issue because you don't want people just sitting around, right? Am I tripping? Let's ban someone. Nice. Our first ban. Yeah, I don't what's the problem with this? 18 to 64 without dependents. Nobody's dependent on you. You're single. This isn't even for people with children. 18 to 64 without dependents must complete 80 hours per month to qualify for Medicaid. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? I don't. Am I tripping, or is this like or is something wrong with this? Then what's the point of Medicaid? Right. The bill has large cuts to Medicare benefits and cuts to the workforce that manages the cuts program. So even eligible people will have a harder time getting their benefits. According to who? Why you say that? Why would it be hard to get your benefits? Increased frequency of eligibility redeterminations. States must re-verify Medicaid eligibility for expansion populations every 6 months instead of the previous annual requirement. Laverne, yeah, I was saying that about the child labor law. I heard somebody said that children may have to work at a certain age, but I didn't know. So you can give me some clarity on that. Oh yeah, that was the whole. Yeah, you have to be 70. You have to. Your children can't be 7 or older. You have to work if your children are 7 or older. I care for my disabled son that's 33 and I'm 48 and I can't get it. Well, according to this big beautiful bill, if you're caring for dependents, you're exempt from having to work 80 hours a week or 80 hours a month. So this doesn't apply for you. This doesn't apply to you. If it's because it says it here, if you care for dependents, you're exempt. You're still eligible for Medicare. So this doesn't apply to you, Kania Nichols. This doesn't apply to you. You can't rationalize with the liberal Warhouse. Brianna, people just listen to what the media says and use that to be upset. They never actually look up the details. 100%. I don't see the issue with this. I still don't see the issue with the Medicaid thing. These liberals are stupid. Ouch. Make me a mind, bro, so I can help you delete these idiots. Oh yeah, I got him off of here. I got him off of here. That was easy. That was easy. I wish I knew how to make you a mind, man. I don't know how to do it. I really don't. People 25 years old acting like they're retired. Get to work. Exactly. The country gets better if we're working. The country gets better if we have people actively moving, actively working, actively shifting resources around. That's what's going to make this country work is when the men start working. Now, if anybody, like I said, I'm looking at this whole Medicaid complaining. It doesn't read. This doesn't read. What's the problem? 80 hours per month? That's nothing. Exactly. That's nothing. 80 hours a month? What's the issue? The system is messed up. This Medicaid part ain't messed up. Basically, this bill is repurposed trickle-down economics. The Democrats swear if they ever take power, they're going to erase everything Trump did. What is this? Ban users and leave comments. Okay, cool. I did. I got you, outlaw. I got you, outlaw. What does it say about child labor law? I heard somebody say that it could be a thing. Let's see. I'll look into that for you. But yeah, I'm confused. I don't see this Medicare problem, this Medicaid problem everybody's talking about. This Medicaid thing is not a bad thing. It's just 18 to 64 without dependents. If you don't have children, if you don't have dependents, you need to work 80 hours per month. That's employment, job training programs, educational programs, or community service. And the exempt individuals are pregnant people, postpartum people, recently released from incarceration. You're enrolled in school. You're undergoing intensive physical care. You're over the age of 55. You're disabled, or you're caring for dependents. That's who's exempt from this. And that makes sense. That's not bad. What's the problem here? Welfare and Medicaid, the way it is right now, has no motive to get off or do better. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the people are getting lazy, and that's the problem. The people aren't working, and that's the problem. If you make an incentive for people to work to get Medicaid, people will work, and that will make the country better. That's what's going to make America great. I like this. I like this Medicaid plan. It shouldn't be easy to get it. I used to have to verify these people weren't scamming, and it was disgusting. Fraud everywhere. Come on, I like this. I like this. I like this. I don't see what the issue is. It's Kanoa. You're right. It's nothing. Yeah. Just click on my name and make me a mod. Let's see if I can do it. I ain't got it on. I'm not on YouTube. I'm not streaming this from YouTube. I'm not controlling this from YouTube. But I'll keep that in mind, Outlaw. If you get Alexander Price, she's gonna get you. She's gonna get you monetized. I agree with you. Thanks for what you do. Keep up the good, babe. Appreciate you. Um, Here's another idiot. Go into your settings, select me as a modifier. I'll gladly help you out, bro. Damn, they everywhere, huh? I also help you manage your channel. MAGA. I got you, Outlaw. Uh, just going to my set. Okay, I'm gonna go into my settings and do it. There's a lot of jobs that won't give you 80 hours. And that's the hard part right there. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. But I mean, it is what it is. Just had to ban somebody else. Nice. But hopefully things will get better. Yeah, hopefully things will get better. But maybe like, and if it is hard to get jobs right now, that's gonna give you 80 hours. But we talking 80 hours, 20 hours a week. If you can get 20 hours a week from a job, you'll be eligible for Medicaid. That's like that, straight like that. And if you're 18 to 64, now I don't love the idea of a 60-year-old, but this says over the age of 55. So 18 to 55, you're 18 to 55 and you work 20 hours a week and you're working 80 hours a month, you're eligible for Medicaid. That's not a bad thing. Austin, we all bleed the same color, nothing in between. We all got the same opportunities if you don't let excuses get in the way. I'm right there with you, Austin. I'm right there with you. You just have to keep pushing. I know that's right. When the uninsured don't pay their medical bills, the middle class will pay more to cover bad debt. Let's look at the short-term effects of this. Okay, so the short-term effects of this could be this. Let me go on YouTube and try that. I got you. I got you, player. My guys. Can you imagine that troll has 3 accounts just to troll you? Man, oh my goodness, that is crazy. That's crazy. I wish I could if I can look on here, I could get you guys. It should be in these comments, right? Can I pause this? Oh, here you go. Make a moderator. There we go, right there. Okay, there we go. I'm not seeing add as a moderator. Okay, cool. Here we go. I make you a standard. Can manage block words and change modes in the live. Also capabilities. Can review, move chats, hide and put users in timeout. There we go. Standard. Boo boo boss. My guy. Boo boo boss. You locked in. Outlaw. You locked in. There we go. I did it. It's the first night. Look, we episode 36. I finally put a moderator on. I never knew how to do that. I didn't know it was that simple. That's what's up though. Go ahead and bankrupt the states. Guys, from what I'm seeing on this big beautiful bill, it's not bad. I'm not seeing anything bad. I'm not seeing nothing bad. Outlaw this, you mind. Franks, why do you support someone who is so obviously corrupt? Look, yo, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but guess what? I'm liking this big beautiful bill so far. I'm not capping. Like this is now the TCJA. Am I saying that right? The TCJA. Now I don't know about that because that's supposed to add about $4 trillion over the next 10 years. Uh, but I do like this Medicaid thing because in the long term, what's it doing? It's incentivizing people to work harder. That's what's going on. It's incentivizing people to work. That's good. That's great. That's good news. We should be excited about this. We should be saying hallelujah. This is what made America great before. We should be jumping for joy. I love this. This is awesome. It's almost beautiful, Dustin said. It's almost beautiful. Yeah, because I want to look at Elon Musk real quick. Because he said, I didn't get to see this, but I did see the quote. I did see the quote. I did see a quote. Oh, it's no volume? Oh, they played y'all. My volume up. Now make testimony, two testimony. Okay, I'm sorry if y'all couldn't hear that. That's crazy that y'all couldn't hear that. Was it just low? Let me run it back. Let me run it back. Can y'all hear this? Oh, you can't hear that at all? Okay, I'll worry about that later. Okay, I'll worry about that later. But he said the veil can be big and beautiful, but it can't be both. uh you don't know how to work the sound? No, I don't. I don't. I still ain't got YouTube down pat. Yeah, I ain't got it down pat yet. I'm gonna get it together though. Tony, so you're really pushing welfare for the rich over healthcare for the people who actually need it. Uh, according to this big beautiful bill, the people who who are losing Medicaid are people that really don't need it. 18 to 64 without dependents only needs to work 80 hours a month to qualify. That's not and then the exemptions are pregnant people, postpartum people, people that are recently released from prison, you're enrolled in school, you're undergoing intensive physical care, you're over the age of 55, disabled or caring for dependents. That's not bad. Who are these people that's like this? These people that have no children that don't work is basically who these are. Able-bodied beings. This isn't crazy. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Maybe these people would get up and go to work. If they really needed the Medicaid, they would get up and go to work for it. This isn't bad news. This is a good thing. I don't what is everybody talking about? I'm tripping. The people that actually need it will have it 100%. What are we talking about? All right, let's go to the next part. Yeah, let's go to the next part. It's weird. They hired those to cut wasteful spending, and now Trump's bill is doing the opposite of that. Yeah, that's messed up. What made them switch? What made them say, "Hey, yeah, everything Doge is doing, uh, throw it away"? Now I've been looking at this bill, right, and that was the first thing the Tax Jobs and Cuts Act (TCT). I can't say that word at all. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I feel I still ain't say that right. That worked for what is it going on 8 years ago? That worked 8 years ago. Is it going to work now? Let's continue though. because we still got more to talk about. But this is the help, but that's healthcare and the social programs. We're gonna move on to SNAP. You might not see the problem, but even your Republican colleagues in the House are regretting their votes, and the Senate doesn't want to touch it. But give me the reason why. Yeah, I'm hearing narratives. I'm hearing that people are upset, the people are angry, the people are mad because this is happening, that is happening. But why though? What are we losing long term? What are we losing short term? How does this hurt America? Is what I'm not hearing. I hear a lot of people complaining, but I don't hear how it hurts people. How is this hurting us? It sounds like it's helping us. Really, you like cuts to Job Corps? I just yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Job Corps helps us. What all I heard about it after it happened was the cons of Job Corps. Like that's what I heard about it. I didn't hear what Job Corps was doing for people, and I don't have or hear a lot of testimonies that Job Corps helps people either. So I mean, do I like it? I don't have a feeling about it. I don't really care either way because I'm not affected by it. I have a cousin that went through Job Corps. He's a security guard now. Good for him. Great person. But yeah, I don't know. I can't feel a way either way. Danny Burns, they don't care about the budget. They just want to make the billionaires richer. Might be on to something. But that's all an opinion, right? You got to give me the you got to give because this is what I've read so far is that it's a good thing, right? I didn't hear anything bad. Well, as far as the Medicaid part, that's a big one. That's a smart one. I'm not gonna fake. That's smart. That's gonna make people get up and go to work, which is everything we need. We need people to get up and go to work. None of that stuff has been cut. The same way they didn't clap for the little boy that was a cancer survivor. Right. Uh, Fake news, not good, not good Bob. What not good Bob say? It's not a narrative, it's dollars. It's food for poor kids in poor states. It's health care for poor kids in poor states. Bro, you're wrong. You're off. You're off, not good Bob 13. You're way off. But we're about to get to Snap though. Let's get to Snap right now because I want to hear about Snap. Let's go to Snap. No, you just don't know how to read bills, bro. We're reading it right now, bro, and you just lied to us. It's bad for poor kids, man. Bro. You lied. You just lied. You lied, right here in front of everybody. All right, SNAP program changes. This is good. No, I don't know. Okay, the objective is to shift 75% of administrative costs to states and impose penalties for high error rates. I read it again. For the SNAP program changes, this is food stamps. The objective is to shift 75% of administrative costs to states and impose penalties for high error rates. So far, so good. No, when he's Danny Burns, I'm assuming he was talking about Medicaid, not SNAP. But if he was, yeah, that's on me. The short-term effects is increased financial burden on state governments, but the long-term effects will be potential reduction in SNAP participation due to administrative challenges. I guess the long-term effects of these SNAP changes is to get more people off of SNAP. This is just the intention. Will it work? We don't know. But I don't know, sound that bad. You shifted 75% of administrative costs to the states and imposed penalties for high error rates. How y'all feel about that? Dustin, they are upset that adults are in the room just asking for receipts. How dare the people ask for receipts for all of the money they take from us, the American taxpayer? For real. Doge is starving kids. Wow, what are you talking about? Taco, Trump always carries on. uh, Not good, Bob. They are fooling you because you guys don't know how to read bills and budgets and how federal and state funding work together. It's a shame. You're saying this, but you're not giving us substance, Bob. You're not good, Bob. You gotta get good. What are you talking about? Danny Burns, we know that poor states don't have money, so some of those people won't get SNAP. What are you talking about? Do you have to qualify for SNAP now? Because I'm about to. Who's losing SNAP? Danny. Who's losing SNAP? This doesn't say anything about people losing SNAP, but who's losing SNAP, Danny? These progressives in the chat with their hands out never bring up good things he has done. Yeah, it's all complaint. But that's liberals though. All they do is look at, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, who hates me? Oh, who disrespected me? Oh, who's talking to me wrong? That's their whole thing. Okay. So the key to SNAP eligibility. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Bro, you're chatting right now. Okay, so the age range adjustment, the expanded work requirements, the general work requirements now apply to individuals aged 18 to 64, expanding from the previous range of 16 to 59. I say that again. The general work requirements now apply to individuals aged 18. So the age was before was 16 to 59. Now it's 18 to 64. Is that bad? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with? I don't see an issue with that. They expanded the age range. Cool. Danny, while you're here talking about somebody losing something, but let's go. Let's continue. So the parental exemptions were modified. Exemptions for parents or household members caring for a child have been narrowed. Previously, caregivers of children under 6 were exempt. The new provision lowers this to caregivers of children under 7. I'll read it again. The exemptions for parents or household members for caring for a child have been narrowed. So you lose SNAP benefits if your children are 7 and older. So if your child is 7 and if you're not working, parental exemptions modified. I'm gonna read it again. Look, I'm black and slow. You ever heard Jason? I'm black and slow. I gotta read this a couple times. Exemption for parents or household members caring for a child have been narrowed. Previously, caregivers of children under 6 were exempt. The new provision lowers this to caregivers of children under 7. The impact on single parents. This is the impact on single parents. Single parents, particularly single mothers, may face increased challenges meeting the 80-hour monthly work requirement, as married couples can fulfill the requirement if only one partner works. Okay, I like this. So the whole eligibility for the Medicaid, it seems like it's the same thing. So single parents, particularly single mothers, may face increased challenges meeting the 80-hour monthly work requirement. 80 hours a month. So if you're a single mom, this is tough right here. I will agree. This is tough, but it's not impossible. But it's tough. If you're a single mother, you can't look. You can't afford to be a single mother anymore, ladies. I'm kidding. But if you're a single mother, this is tough though. If you're a single mother, you got to put in 80 hours a month to qualify for SNAP. Ooh. y'all gotta stop playing, man. And like I said, 80 hours, nothing. 20 hours a week, ladies. 20 hours a week. That's all you gotta do. If you're a single mother, if you're a single parent, 20 hours a week will get you qualified for the SNAP benefits. But who was in here saying that they taking away the food stamps? Like, who said that? Who's that? Bruh, what's bruh name? I forgot bruh name. Who said that? Danny? Biggest complainer: food stamps shouldn't include junk food nor prime cuts of meat. I think we as a nation have made poverty too comfortable. Bro, that's all it is, bro. I swear. The poor people be the privileged ones. The poor people are the people with their feet up nowadays. Feet up, chilling, hanging out, just eating. And then it be the worst things. It's bad. Peter, this guy is a true American. You just don't like to hear facts. I swear. Come on, Pete. They making kids think that they need to be gay. I swear. The left is crying about their slave labor leaving. No joke. Listen to their arguments. Yeah, bro, that's really weird. That's so weird. States cannot afford to pay for SNAP once the costs are shifted to them. According to who? According to what? Danny, give me some substance, brother. States can't afford to pay for SNAP. Who? What states? Which states? Why did they shut down Job Corps? Coon. Dang, Lovelace. Because it was a. I'm not gonna curse. It wasn't working right. I guess there was too much bad things going on, and I'll put it in simple terms. But I don't know the specific details of why they shut it down. But I mean, let's do that. Let's do that before we move on to what we got next. What we got next? Not Medicaid. We did Medicaid. We did SNAP. We're moving on to the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. But before we move on to the Affordable Care Act, why did they shut down Job Corps? Because I keep seeing y'all here talking about Job Corps. Why did they shut down Job Corps? I'm gonna find this. I got you, player. I got you. And then it happened on the what was messed up though was that it was supposed to get shut down later this month, and then like it didn't. They shut it down like yesterday or something like that. But I'll tell you why they shut down Job Corps. Why y'all on here tweaking about Job Corps? What does NPC stand for? NPC stands for non-player character. It's like an NPC is a person that's like NPC is a person that's like a random in the game, like a pedestrian walking around the game. He's just following his program and what he's supposed to do. I know I'm not an NPC. Like I'm a person that develops too much. I always change my stances. You know what I'm saying? I'm always evolving. I never stay on the same course. I don't fall under the NPC. I don't fall under the NPC stuff. I just don't. And I used to think I was. Yeah, I definitely thought I was an NPC. I'm like, man, I'm just like everybody else. But no, I ain't. No, I ain't. I can't be an NPC. I'm from the ghetto, bro, and I wear a MAGA hat. You know what I'm saying? Outside, I be in public with it, chilling with my town. I can't be one. I can't be an NPC. You hear me? I be blowing down on the hood. You feel me? That's different. That's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not no what. NPC is a nigga that sag his pants. Feel me? See how he moved on from the Arkansas failed Medicaid? No, I ain't see that. Okay. Job Corps. Why everybody tweaking about Job Corps? The Job Corps program faced a $140 million deficit in 2024, with projections indicating a $213 million shortfall for 2025. These deficits occurred despite a $1.5 billion annual budget. High operational costs. The average cost per student per year was approximately $80,000, leading to a total cost of $155,000 per graduate. But the program performance was the concern. Low graduation rates. The program reported an average graduation rate of 38.6. We'll pin this right here. Job Corps was a great program. Was it a great program? The graduation rate was 38.6, which was below the federal benchmark of 67% for high performing institutions. Post-graduation earnings, graduates earn an average annual income of what? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Shut down. They should have been shut down, Job Corps. $16,000? Hold on. The graduation rate is 38%. And post-graduation earnings, graduates earned an average annual income of $16,000. $16,000? What? They shut down Job Corps. Job Corps was a great program. Y'all tweaking. You're tweaking. 38% graduation rate, $16,000 and average. Let's move on. That's a scam. That's a scam. Is that not a scam? Dustin, that's a scam. $140 million deficit in 2024 and a $213 million shortfall for 2025 with a $1.5 billion annual budget. The average student was approximately $80,000. The average cost per student per year was $80,000, leading to a total cost of $155,000 per graduate, with a 38% graduation rate and an average income of $16,000 after they graduate. That's a scam. And y'all are here talking about, man, I want to hear this. What's going on? Where the Job Corps people at? 16K, that's not even 40 hours a week. What are they working at? Where are they, slaves? What's going on? What? This is what's going on in Job Corps? Brianna, this is hilarious. I'm flabbergasted right now. I'm at a loss for words. What are we talking about? So you don't want to answer about that Arkansas because it squashes his talking point. Bro, I don't even know what Arkansas. I don't even know nothing you talking about with Arkansas. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. What the heck? Any core program is a scam done by funders and private investors. That's what it appears to be. What are we talking about? This was what y'all was in here hoorahing for. So is the bill good or not? Man, so far so good. So far it's okay. So far it's okay. But Medicaid and SNAP, the single mothers, man, look, ladies, y'all gotta stop. You feel me? Y'all, ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta close y'all legs. And all SNAP is asking for you to work 80 hours a month. Like that's not bad. Like that's not bad at all. You gotta go get you a little job. That's it. You want to qualify, you gotta get you a little gig. I lived in it. I know it was a great program in the 90s. Man, in the 90s, Shannon. But today, obviously you don't live in poverty. Boy, stop it. You're too smart. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm poor. I'm poor. What do you mean? I'm poor too. Absolutely the worst president in our nation's history. That's real truth. Come on, guys. This is good, y'all. We're making America great. We're incentivizing people to go to work. This is how the country was built, by work, by work, by work. We make, when people are working, is when the country is moving. The first company or the first organization was made was when the Native Americans taught the people in Jamestown, Virginia, what they called it. The first English settlers, they came here and they struggled. They came here and struggled, guys. And then when the Native Americans showed them tobacco, they used tobacco, built a business with tobacco, and that's when they started stimulating their economy. And that's when they could call people, yo, or send letters, whatever. Hey, come over here and work over here. Work on my tobacco land. I give you an acre or two. You feel me? Work is what got America to be where it is now. So when you're incentivizing people to work, you're gonna make America great. You're not gonna make America great by just funding lazy people. And what this bill is appearing to do is incentivize people to work. That's good. I know y'all don't like working. I know y'all don't like working. Because we want to make America great again because Joe Biden destroyed it. I ain't gonna say he destroyed it. He fried, and he definitely did a whole lot of, he took a bunch of L's. He was terrible, right? I think COVID did this more than anything, though. Arkansas is a state. You should look it up. What? Arkansas is a state? Tony, once again, you should be ashamed. So many job corps students are dealing with homelessness and real struggles, but you rather hand out tax cuts to the rich than help them. Bruh, we've been reading this bill this whole time. Tony. With all due respect, shut up. 15K is minimum wage, 40 hours a week. Bro, that is crazy. Bro, that's messed up. And yeah, Job Corps. First of all, you talk about Job Corps. Who said this? Who said this? Look at this comment, y'all. Once again, you should be ashamed. So many Job Corps students are dealing with homelessness and real struggles. First of all, bro, if you make $16,000, you're homeless from that. You're already homeless. $16,000 a year? What are we talking about? What are we literally talking about? That's a scam, bro. That's a scam. It's a scam. Oh my goodness. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. If you wear a MAGA hat, you can't say bro. What? A black MAGA. The white MAGAs are laughing at this clown. Oh, white people don't accept you, you monkey. Shut up, C. Brown. Here goes some cap right here. My mom has Parkinson's. What she's gonna do? Losing health care is messed up. Ashes of ash trees. You're misinformed. You're misinformed. If your mother has Parkinson's, she will not be losing her Medicaid. If your mother has Parkinson's, she will not be losing her Medicaid. If your mother is 55, she's not losing her Medicaid. So if she's younger than 55 and she's facing the physical disability, she will not be losing her Medicaid. No, you're wrong. She's not. All praises, all praises. You don't care about pro-life. You just want people to be born. After that, you want them to die. Wow, that's low. One way to get single moms on welfare back to work is for the government to provide free childcare. I'm with you on that, Alice, because childcare is atrociously expensive. I'm with you on that. If we can fix these daycare costs, we can definitely the women can go to work, but the women gotta. I'm not gonna fake, and I'm not blaming the women. It's the men. Hey, fellas, stop having sex out of wedlock. Stop sleeping with women raw, making babies with random women, with women you just met, women you're not married to. Just stop. Like, that's what's gonna fix all of this. Stop having sex out of wedlock. Get married, dude. Because now we got these issues that we don't need to have, all because y'all can't control your penis. Control yourself. I get it. You led by the flesh. Well, take control, brother. Because now we struggling, and now the daycares cost so much because y'all can't keep y'all shaft in your pants. And women, I know y'all ain't had no fathers. I know your brothers ain't there for you. I know you don't have that much male protection. I know you might not. You ain't looking like you're gonna get married because you're too loud and you can't obey a man. But for the love of Christ, keep your legs closed. It doesn't do anything good for you. Let's continue. Just had to say that because we're struggling because y'all can't keep y'all legs closed. What's in this bill benefits you personally, host? Can you answer that? You say you're so poor. How would this benefit the poor like yourself? It's not about me. I'm a conservative. Let me tell you how the conservatives think. It's not about me. It's not. Whatever, however it benefits me is cool, right? But I'm not worried about how it benefits me. I'm worried about how it benefits everybody as a whole, because we need the people to be better. We need our communities to be better. It's not about me. This is about for the majority of everyone. This is about everyone. It's about most people. I and I'm when I'm specifically a culture I'm specifically wanting to see get uplifted is the inner city communities where the descendants of slaves, the black people in the working class live. That's where I live amongst. I want to see those people become uplifted. I want to see these people get their lives together. This was big for me. I have children. You know what I'm saying? My wife and I, we want to raise our kids around respectable people, and we know with when you put people in positions to where they got to work, it increases the quality of their lives. So if you increase the quality of their lives, we will have better communities. This is what I'm saying. You won't have a bunch of people that's getting led by their flesh because they got more important purposes to fulfill. Like you don't want to have a bunch of people that just led by the flesh walking around. Because now we got a bunch of criminals. Now we got a bunch of whores. We got a bunch of people that don't care about their neighbor. I want to live around people that care about their neighbors. So it's not about me. It's not about what I'm getting out of it. It doesn't matter what I'm getting out of it. I have the Lord. I'm saved. You feel me? I have Jesus. I'm cool. Whatever happens to me happens. But for the fellow man, I want their lives to be better. It's not about me. You let it hit him wrong. Now you're a single mom. Tony, Arkansas implemented Medicaid work requirements during the first Trump administration. It failed. Nice. Uh, Disabled peoples are losing Medicaid. If you aren't personally working, red hats don't want you have protection via insurance. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's not right. This is propaganda right here. It's propaganda. Now, however, an hour ago, I would have believed you. Has it been an hour? Before 45 minutes, 30 minutes ago, I probably not believed you. I'd have been like, what are you talking about? But we just read it. We literally just read that. No, you're wrong. This is a lie right here. This is all propaganda right here, folks. This is propaganda right here, folks. They got y'all confused. They confused y'all. Actually, a strong father figure in the household solves most problems. 100%. 100%. Don't have a baby. Thanks, bro. What a smart take. I didn't say that. I said stop having sex out of wedlock. See, our host is a father of 3 and a husband. Stop with the dumb BS. Tell him, man. Y'all know what is this dude talking about? I ain't sitting here with an opinion for another reason. My wife's watching. I gotta straighten up. I gotta look good. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Free childcare sounds great, but you lefties will find a way to corrupt it. Man, and it's a shame we gotta live with a bunch of people that just led by the flesh and just led by their own desires and what's in it for me? 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 What about me? What about me? What about me? Dude, chill. It's not always like the world don't revolve around you. That's the liberal mindset. It's just me. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Dude, it's not about you, Jack. I love this right here. We're struggling because Americans won't support each other. We're not neighbors anymore. It's not a neighborhood anymore. It's me. What's in it for me? I step on you to get what I need. This is why we lost our ways. We need to make America Christian again. Why did they take away Job Corps? Oh, this is a good answer now. I can answer this now. Why did they take away Job Corps? They took away Job Corps because they took away Job Corps because Job Corps cost too much. Job Corps, when they had $1 billion in budget, but they still was at a deficit. If I remember this correctly, the graduation rate is 38%, and after they graduate, the average income was $16,000 annually. That's why they shut down Job Corps. Whew. Sucks, right? I can't get Medicaid and I'm on disability just like my mom, and I never had my legs open. Why can't you get Medicaid? Why can't you get Medicaid? Because you don't work. You probably don't work. You got to work 80 hours a month. That's what will make you ineligible if you don't work 80 hours a month. That's what gets you out. That's what gets you out the game. That's what kicks you off. That's what boots you from the team. That's how you lose your position. That's how it goes. It sucks, but you gotta go to work, Ash. Sorry to hear that. Shut down colleges, man. What do you think about heterosexuals' rights? What? Was Job Corps supposed to make a profit? No, Job Corps was supposed to make sure that their students was actually doing something with their lives, making sure that their students was benefiting some way, somehow. It's Job Corps. You give them a skill where they can actually use that skill to create careers for themselves, especially if it costs $80,000 per student or $155,000 per student. That's a lot of money just for them to make $16,000 a year, bro. That's not sustainable. Excuse me. That's not sustainable. That's not sustainable at all. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a maggot to enter the kingdom of heaven, bro. If you only knew. Financial aid should be kept. You can't spell. Okay, look, Tony, I'm about to talk about Arkansas. Goodness gracious. But no, we got a show to finish. I'm sitting here looking at these comments. Y'all are funny though, bro. Y'all is hilarious. Like this guy right here. What's up, Anthony? Anthony Talamantes. You hate Trump. Take off that dumb hat. It's funny. Israel is sustainable. No way. I don't think so. I mean, no, I don't think so. This guy's on the same side as David Duke. I might be on the same side of David Duke. I don't know what side David Duke on though. Wasn't David Duke with Biden in them? But David Duke, man, I looked into David Duke a little bit. He wasn't this evil dude everybody say he was. The Bible preaches for accountability against laziness, sloth, and strong borders. I know, right? It's funny, man. When I found out that the right, you know what they call us, the right, because we're right. Let's continue. All right, so let's move on with the big beautiful bill. Okay, it's looking good so far. It's not looking as terrible as everybody's making it appear to be. Like I know with the whole Doge being shifted around, and Elon Musk is not going to be on the team anymore, and everything he was doing, this big beautiful bill pretty much destroys it. But we're going to move on to the Affordable Care Act. Okay, so the Affordable Care Act got some modifications, right? These modifications, the objective is this: to shorten open enrollment periods and eliminate continuous enrollment policies. Okay. Down 10. ACA and eligibility requirements. Okay, we're on to the ACA. America first, racism first. Wow. Sorry, guys, that was a curse word. I ain't call a conservative stupid, but most stupid people are conservatives. Who said that? A stupid person? You ain't even a real brother. You can't say Obamacare. Dude, I'm reading. And what makes you a real brother? What makes you a real brother? And it's funny because if I was a dude in a ski mask, sagging my pants, I'm in the real brother group. I don't want to be a real brother with y'all. Y'all are idiots. Because y'all call them brothers like criminals, crooks, people that's out for no good, people that just living off their desires. It cause ruckus. All they do is take. Y'all call them brothers. If them your brothers, you ain't my brother. brother. The Affordable Care Act and Medicaid eligibility requirements. Okay, so the shortening open enroll periods. Okay, what changes? I call it Obamacare for you goofy. The ACA currently allows a 10-week open enrollment window. This bill shortens it to 6 weeks. The goal is to reduce the federal cost and limit last minute or low commitment enrollees. Now, is that an issue with you guys? Y'all find a problem with that? Shortening open enrollment periods for Obamacare? You're an Oreo. I'm white on the inside. That's a compliment. That's a compliment because one thing I know about the Caucasians, they act a lot more civilized than everybody else. These are facts. These are facts. Self-hating. I ain't self-hating. I can't hate myself. I love myself. Look at me. I got my, you know what I'm saying? I'm repping my country. Got my pin on. Got my flag behind me. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was in the military. He was a paratrooper. You know what I'm saying? I got ancestors, man, that made this country what it is today. Either they were the supervisor or either they were the laborer. You know what I'm saying? We got it in. There go some lies right here. KKK switched to the GOP decades ago. Stand back and stand by. No, they didn't. The Democrats are the party of the KKK. Well, we broke that down yesterday. Yes, Amasa. I'm a United States federal marshal, and I cooperate with ICE every day. Appreciate your service, brother. Bro, you're doing great. I know your wife is proud of you. Appreciate it, Dustin. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, she is 100%. She definitely is. This is why I get to stay up and chop it with you guys all night. Democrats are the party of the KKK. Come on, man. This is not news. That is not news. Your grandfather hates you out. Your ancestors would not be conservative. My ancestors were conservative, 100%. Black. First of all, I'm a descendant of a slave, right? My family look, I have 70% of me is I come from slavery. 70% of my family comes from slavery. So no, my family is conservative. My family's been conservative this whole time. Black Americans never was Democrats until they was bought in the 60s. Black people didn't vote Democrat until FDR. That's when they started voting Democrat, but black people didn't vote majority Democrat until the 60s, until Lyndon B. Johnson threw some money in their face. So you're wrong, goofball. KKK will always be Dems, 100%. Danny Boy used to telling black folks what to think. 100%. You hear his energy, bro? This is fried. Remember I said hear my wife proud of me? This is my wife right here. Grandma Kobu, I sure am. Thank you, babe. I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, man, come on, look, we on the bill right now. Like y'all distracting me. Y'all know I love talking to people. You feel me? You know I love conversating. You know I love chunking in that house of war. But we got to talk about this bill. Feel me? Let's continue. So Obamacare goes from 10 weeks to 6 weeks for enrollment. 2, it eliminates continuous enrollment. What changes? So during COVID-19, states were allowed to keep people on Medicaid without needing constant verification. The bill ends that, requiring frequent eligibility checks, typically every 6 months. All right. Number 3, it adds work requirements for Medicaid. So adults 18 to 64 without dependents will be required to work 80 hours per month or participate in qualifying activities, job training, education, community service. The exemptions are disabled, pregnant, caring for a child under 7, over the age of 55, or recently, like we talked about, recently released from incarceration. All right. 4, adds administrative burdens on states. So states must now verify eligibility more often, submit reports on coverage error rates, and absorb higher administrative costs. So up to 75% of SNAP administration shifted to states. Also applies to ACA exchange oversight indirectly. Cap subsidies for individuals without proof of employment or legal residency. So this removes access to federal subsidies for undocumented immigrants and individuals failing new employment documentation requirements. So the short-term effects of this is coverage drops, administrative backlog, and lower ACA enrollment. Long-term effects is fewer people insured. So the CBO estimates over 8.6 million could lose their Medicaid or ACA by coverage by 2034. Increased uncompensated care. Hospitals may see more patients without insurance, increasing pressure on ERs and driving up healthcare costs. That doesn't sound good. Potential federal savings, estimated reduction in spending of $719 billion over 10 years. So this is what this whole thing is about. I'm assuming this is about saving federal funds because it reduces government spending, it encourages employment, and it improves program accuracy. Not bad. But the cons is risk of paperwork losses, harder for low income and the working poor. Many low wage workers don't have regular schedule or stable jobs, making it difficult to prove consistent hours. It's 80 hours a month, guys. 80 hours a month, 20 hours a week. I'm not buying this whole, it's gonna suck for the working class. Oh, this is gonna be so bad for them. Dude, go to work. It's not that bad. Like, it's not that bad, bro. It's not. Chill out. It's not that bad. It's 80 hours a month. 80 hours a month, guys. Is that too much to ask for? If you want Obamacare, if you want food stamps, you have to work 80 hours a month. Is that a terrible thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't see the issue in that. Do y'all hate this? Do y'all love this? What's going on? So you have to work 80 hours a month to get Medicaid, food stamps, Obamacare. Read again slowly. You're so close to getting it. No, I get it. You want me to read it again for you? I understand what's going on. Where we at? Where we at? I'm trying to get back to the bill now. Because next we got border security. I love this right here. Danny Burns, you are saying it's not that bad, but you were complaining about how bad everything was under Biden, crying every day about how the economy and it isn't getting better now. What everyone had every reason to, bruh, inflation is kicking everybody down, bro. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Life costed 4 times as much. Bro, I think the value of my house increased like 3 times in a short amount of time. People can't afford homes. That's not something that, oh, why are you complaining about that? Because like every American deserves to own a piece of land. Every single one of us. And when that became rare and it became a seller's market, not a buyer's market, man, people couldn't experience owning land. And I think everyone should be able to experience that. I think that's good for people. I think that's good for people. Why do I think that's good for people? Because it gives people an incentive to care about their neighborhood, to care about America. It gives them an incentive to care about their neighbor. See, when you own a home, or you live in one, man, you treat it different. It's not like having a rental. It's, man, you treat it like it's sacred. And then the way you treat your neighbors, the way you treat your neighborhood, the way you treat yourself. What do you like that's a people stop doing. I'm stuttering now. People got to stop getting the experience. Stop getting the experience. I'm still stuttering. People couldn't experience owning a home, bro. That does something to the spirit. What it did to my spirit was great, bro. It makes you, you know what I'm saying? It makes you proud. It changes your behavior patterns. It makes you more wholesome. You know what I'm saying? It makes you more friendly. Makes you think about the bigger picture. And we lost that when people couldn't afford it. You expect sickly people to work 80 hours a week or die? You think that people are just necessarily complaining about nothing? What's wrong with you? Gene Ward, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. 80 hours a month. One, two, not sick people. 80 hours a month for able-bodied people. Able-bodied people. Able-bodied people. Bro, just because I own a home, it don't mean I'm not poor, bro. What is you talking about? Trump is committing acts of massive corruption, and you aren't saying one word about it, bro. We in here talking about it right now. It makes sense for men and families to get a home. I'm missing out on owning a home. I'm here paying the same amount for a mortgage for a dumb apartment. Bro, I'm telling you, man, when you own a home, everything just it's just like, man, you just it changes you. It transforms your heart. You more grateful for your situation. You're more grateful for being in the situation that you're in, and it makes you look at your neighbor different. You feel, it makes you treat your neighbors different. You feel me? Especially you have kids. You're like, damn, I gotta grow up around here, right? So let me prioritize my neighbors' needs. You feel me? Let me do some community act. Let me do some community work. Let me help my city. A person living in renting or living in an apartment, not really thinking like that. China destroyed America's economy. I'm right there with you, brother. And if they actually created that virus and that virus did what it did to us, yeah, I'm with you. The market dipped for a short time, but it's 2,000 points higher than it was when he took office. Stop it. Come on, man. Tell him 80 hours work week. Like, what is she talking about? She said 80 hours a week. The sick got to work 80 hours a week. Are they going to lose Medicaid? That's tea. That is tea. That's a lot. I meant to say, I hope Trump it says something about Nintendo with their stupid Nintendo Switch 2 being a ripoff and saying how that a system is a license. What a joke. Trump's okay. I don't get the hate. So here we got another fake conservative, which conservatives do not like spending, but yet this bill is one of the biggest spending bills in the U.S. history, and this fake conservative is pushing this massive. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not a fake conservative. I'm actually conservative. I love me and I love my country, brother. Joski Russ, you got a sub for me. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Love that. Love that. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, these people want to pass generational trauma. I don't know what these bozos thinking, bruh. I'm lost. Like, it's like, let's keep doing the same thing, even though everybody's struggling, even though mental health crisis is here, even though the kids can't read. Let's keep doing the same thing. Better yet, let's keep pushing everything we already been doing. Let's turn it up times two. Let's make the kids even more crazy. Let's chop more kids' wieners off. It's like weird, bruh. Like, no, we gotta switch it up. We gotta change this, okay, guys? Come on. We gotta make we gotta make a change. All right, man. I gotta close this out. Look, we already an hour and a half in. I can't even get through this bill because y'all here complaining too much. Yes, for single mothers. Yes. All right. Okay. Immigration and border security. Look, I think we have like two more things left on this bill. Ooh, 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 ooh. We have four more things left on this bill. I'm gonna go through them real quick. I gotta go to bed. All right, border wall completion. Okay, the objective is to allocate $46.5 billion to finish the border wall, totaling 701 miles of primary barriers. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? $46 billion to build this wall, the border wall completion. 46.5 B's. 46 B's. Build it. Build the wall. Facts. I thought Mexico was paying for it. Facts. That's what Trump used to say. Right. Wasn't Mexico supposed to pay for this? $46 billion? What's going on? I thought Mexico was supposed to pay for this. What the fuck? What the this is Mexico's? This was Mexico's doing. No, I gotta pay for it. I didn't know this was on us. Warehouse, I've been watching you for a while. Everything you say is common sense. I really respect you. Appreciate you, Outlaw, man. I try to keep it as common sense as possible, man. I keep God at the center, and God gives you common sense. You're able to simplify life. You're able to see how simple it is. And I'm not that smart, so I have to use common sense. I rely on my common sense. The wall. I thought Mexico was paying for it, right? Fascist garbage. Give us the cost of the bill. $46.5 billion to build the wall. Oh, the entire bill? I gotta look. Deport black people back to Africa. Ouch. The black immigrants aren't bad. I mean, the African immigrants, they aren't bad. Lane roaches for raid IG. How much the bill cost? Just dump money into the corpos. Biden should have been arrested for selling sections off of pennies at auctions. Bro. You haven't heard complaining yet. Anyone that continues to ignore Trump's corruption and supports this bill will be unemployed. Nice. I'd love to see a program that helps Americans. No, this bill actually, parts of it actually does help Americans because you're about to see a lot more people working. You're going to see a lot more people working. To build the wall, it's a waste of money because it costs more repairing the wall from immigrants cutting holes in it. You would notice if you did research. Okay, Gene, how much? John or Gene? Is it John or Gene? How much? I mean, you got the repair costs, but that all depends, though. That depends on how many people come into the wall, how many people trying to cut through it, etc., etc. What you mean? Warehouse is spot on. I'm glad to see a young, respectable man booze enough to tell you the truth. Happy to help you out, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for teaching me how to do this and how y'all moderate for me because, dang, I didn't even know it was that simple. I thought I was going to have to go into the system, go to the system settings, type some names in, add some emails, do verifications and all of that. So I appreciate y'all, man. A lot of respect for you guys, and I love y'all. Build a wall and the drug, build a wall to wall and the drugs already inside the country. But try to make that about Trump caring about us. Y'all want Massa approval so bad. Massa, does he love us though? He doing all this, but he don't love me. Trump doing all this, but he don't love me. Massa don't love me. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill. Paid by Mexico through taxes on tariffs, I think was the goal. 4 trillion added to the deficit, and you pretend you're conservative. You're just following the vibes, bro. No, you're wrong, brother. You're wrong. And 4 trillion came from one part of the bill, not just this one. So you're wrong, dude. Ugly bill. Thanks from Australia. Hey, what's up, Australia? Let's go. Probably on this guy. Did you know? Wow, y'all getting a little dark in here. Trump love SD party too. Let's go. Unemployment is only 4%, which is the lowest that it always falls to. So who are these massive amounts of people that will be working? The people that want Medicaid. It ain't gonna be a lot of people sitting around just eating off everybody else's pockets. You're mocking people's pain. This is the legacy that you want. I'm not mocking anybody's pain. What are you talking about? How am I mocking anybody's pain? What are you oh, because of the whole people trying to run through the wall? Bro, everybody's going through something. So cry me a river. Cry me a freaking river. We all go through pain. Nobody's life is worse than the next one. So kick rocks with all of that. Oh, but they're suffering. Everybody's suffering. We all go through some sort of suffering. I'm sorry. So chill out. Ain't nobody going through what Jesus went through. So y'all can kick rocks. Oh hey, fake Christian. uh, this man vote is equal to yours. Get out and vote. This bill mention anything about homelessness? Man, you would think so. The amount of because homelessness skyrocketed in the since what 21, 22. Cry me a river. I'm not mocking anyone's pain. I'm not mocking anyone's pain, but yeah, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Because what y'all crying about is nothing you should be crying about anyway. Sucker. They don't care about us until it affects them personally. Oh, I never said that. They're all delusional. Whatever. I wonder what Nikola Tesla and Einstein would say about the far right's lack of empathy. People will be made into martyrs because of people like you. Bro, that's all y'all care about. It's just feelings with y'all. That's it. That's it. It's about feelings. It's not about helping anybody's situation. It's not about making anything better in the long term. You guys are always just complaining about people being upset or hurt. It's feelings, feelings, feelings. There's no logic with you people. That's you guys. That's why you guys are unhinged. Like nobody can take you serious. No logical person can take you serious. All y'all thinking about is how somebody is feeling, and you disregard the people that's actually cheating the system. And and people get to cheat because they're going through stuff. You don't get to steal because you're poor. You don't get to kill because you're going through something. Oh, he's suffering right now. Give him a pass. Cry me a river. I don't care about what you're going through. That doesn't give you the right to do the wrong thing. Goofball. That shelter is going to be great. If MAGA lets me keep my 38 special, I'm getting a hat. You're good with us, brother. You're good with us. Look, MAGA is the patriots. We're the constitutionalists. Nobody's taking our guns. Are you crazy? This is what makes America America. He said, a 38. Gross. You're a weirdo. Shucking and jiving. White people, do y'all likes me, Nas? White people, do y'all accepts me? I wants to be like y'all's. Shut up, lame. People are becoming homeless in large numbers because the system is cheating them and constantly raising prices, while Trump does nothing. Do the Trump dance. Do the Trump dance. I can't do the Trump dance. Let me see. I got more rhythm. I got too much rhythm for Trump. How you do it? Am I hitting the shoulders right? Am I hitting it? There you go. He don't be hitting the shoulders. He just be stiff as hell with it. I need to get up. Attention is the highest form making paper. Let me go find a red hat to make money also. I'm not getting paid. What are you talking about? There's no monetization going on. None at all. This channel just made this channel a month ago. I'm not even eligible for monetization. I'm not getting paid at all. So kick rocks. Goofball. Why was the Constitution removed from the White House website on Trump's first day? Interesting. Outlaw, the Constitution was not removed. Man, they out here lying. The heck is going on? Well, I found a good channel. Let's go. Let's go. All conservatives ever do is talk about fascist rhetoric and ideologies and hatred towards their fellow American, but cower in fear when socialism gets brought up. They try to act like superheroes. But can nobody take y'all serious, man? All Trump has to do is threaten corporations and companies with prison time, just like Nixon did on August 15, 1971. Nixon brought down the prices. Brandon McReynolds, prices don't go down unless it's the workers' pay. Hence, my channel name, Democrats. Is this dude 60? I'm 31 years old. All right, man, look. Let's finish up. So the border wall is going to cost $46.5 billion, totaling 701 miles. That's pretty long. But the short-term effects is accelerated construction and job creation. So this will create a lot of jobs. That's pretty cool, right? Is that cool? I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Cool hat. Thanks, Carlos. That's what's up. New jobs, guys. Yay. Nay. Yay. Nay. Dude can't read. Let's go. Hey, the wall going up. Come on, man. Look, it's about to create some jobs. Accelerated construction. This is what's up. Hey. All right, pros. It enhances border security infrastructure. That's sweet. Ain't that's what's up? That's good. Yay. Nay. Yay. You justify yourself every time because you think that you got it all figured out, right? No, I don't have anything figured out. I just started paying attention to politics not even a year ago. No, a little over a year ago. I started realizing how important it was. You're talking to a person I'm an ex-liberal, Pan-African revolutionary, brother man. Okay? This is a new thing for me. All right, this. I know nothing about none of it in this space. This is why I'm reading this, and I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm not giving you my thoughts. I'm just reading it, and then I'm gonna give you how I feel about it, and I want to see how y'all feel about it. I want some justification from the professionals, right? I don't know anything. Okay, I don't. I know nothing. I know nothing. All right, this is new to me. All right, let's get to the wall. And this is enhances border security infrastructure. And the cons is a high financial cost with debated effectiveness. If you're conservative so because your parents are, or you like to own the libs, congrats. You're a blind fascist who licks the boots of pigs and kisses the rings of billionaires. How pathetic. I'm a conservative because I'm a Christian. My conservatism is based on my Christianity. 100%. That's why I'm a conservative. Once I found the Lord is when I became conservative. I wasn't a conservative until I found the Lord. Once I confessed and I knew that Jesus was my Lord and Savior, that's when I became conservative. That's how it goes. That's what happens. Right? Because when you find Jesus, you realize the blessings that's in front of you. I was a person that didn't like the blessings that was in front of me. I hated everything about me. I hated everything about my family. I hated where I came from. I hated where I was. I hated my background. I hated my name. I hated my country. I hated everything. And it wasn't until I found the Lord that I was able to appreciate everything that was in front of me. I loved everything about me. I didn't deny who I was. I appreciate everything about myself. I love my neighbors now. I love my country. That's what happened. That's how you can go from a Pan-African revolutionary into an American Christian conservative. Lame. All right, bet. 12, enforcement funding. All right, let's go. Okay, number 12. Let's run through this. I gotta hurry up. We're already at 145 in. Provide $70 billion for border security, including hiring additional border patrol and ICE agents. $70 billion for border security? Dang, it's gonna cost that much? Jeez. Increase enforcement capabilities, potential strain on immigration courts and detention facilities. The pros is this. It strengthens immigration law enforcement, but the cons is significant expenditure with potential humanitarian concerns. That's not really a bad. That's not a bad con. It's not a bad con. All right, two more. Deportation targets. MAGA. Deportation targets aim to deport up to 1 million individuals annually. So, short-term effects of that will be a rapid increase of deportation proceedings. Long-term effects of that is potential labor shortages in certain industries. The pros from that, it enforces immigration laws, which is a pro. We got to straighten everything up. The cons of that is the disruption of communities and families. So we'll see a lot of chaos amongst the immigrants that live here, which is it's a sad thing. It's sad. I think we need to dial it back. I'm not one of these. I'm not one of the people that say, yeah, we gotta get all the illegal immigrants out. Like, I ain't like that. But I mean, the law is the law. If you cross the border, yeah, you kind of breaking the law. So yeah, it is what it is from there. Because we can't do it anywhere else. I can't cross over into any other country and not expect to be deported. So I mean, look, it should go both ways. The only thing is, we got the Statue of Liberty. That's the only reason why I push back a little bit is because I'm not going to just be able to say, oh, all illegal immigrants should be canned, and I'm not one of those people. Now the criminals, yeah, get them up out of here, especially the violent ones. The violent criminals, we got to be able to control that. Like I said, I'm not a person that says kick out all the illegal immigrants. I'm not like that. But how do we filter out the bad apples? Like, what else can we do? What can we do? Nobody else gives a better idea for this. Like, what can we do to keep out the bad apples? There's a bunch of them. Immigrants make our economy livable. I agree with that to a degree. I do. I really do. So it's not like I'm like I can't ignore that part. I just can't. My family immigrated here from Nicaragua legally and gained naturalization. Do it legally, vet them. I'm 100% on that side too. And I do feel bad for the people on that side because it's like, I mean, it's people that's doing it the right way. And what about them? They get skipped. You know what I'm saying? They aren't prioritized. Like, they get pushed to the back. People that trying to do it the right way, being patient. But 100%. I can't stand when people talk about bootlicking and all of that bullcrap. Me either. Bootlicking who? Bootlicking what? Nobody's above anybody in America, especially Americans. Americans, we all on the same level. We have many jobs now. I hope you go help those farmers go pick those fruits instead of streaming all day in the basement. Huh, what you mean? We have many jobs now. I hope you go help those farmers go pick those fruits. I mean, that's a good thing. I like that. Helping the farmers pick the fruits. This is like saying pedos are great workers and we should overlook their behavior. Like I said, there's bad apples, right? A bunch of them, especially the gang members. Like, who, man? What? How do we filter that out? Like, I'm all for, you know what I'm saying, helping to stimulate helping stimulate them. I'm all for helping people stimulate or helping America become a stimulated economy. And immigrants do that. They've always done that. People coming from outside the country have always done it. Right? So I'm all for that. But it is still an issue. And on top of that, people from our demographic. I'm a descendant of a slave. I'm a descendant of a slave, right? I'm European too. Native American, European, Black American, right? It hurts the Black Americans the most. This is why our Black economy was thriving. Immigration played a huge part into crashing the black economy. So I'm not totally ignoring that either. I think when immigrants come in and especially they come into these lower income communities, people of places where I come from, that hurts us, you know. So I don't like that. That's not good. That's not good for us. So I can't be a fan of immigration like that. I just can't be. Not a fan of immigrants. I want to own 500 acres. I do not want to be crowded. Americans know they're not gonna pick fruit for 25 cents. Man, says who, bro? Says who? It's not always about money with everybody now. Like some people just want to do a good thing. Trump said, "Just come through the front door to be documented." The illegals went mad because most of them are criminals before illegals. Yeah, you gotta be a special kind of person to cross the border, or you gotta be in a special situation. And I ain't gonna fake, Mexico is fried. Mexico's scary, bro. The amount of politicians and people that be running for office that be getting killed in Mexico, that's hockey scary. They shot this man in broad daylight during his campaign in front of everybody in the middle of the street, gun straight to his head on camera. Blew his noggin off. Like it's man weird, bro. Weird. Like Mexico's scary. Illegal immigration is illegal and they have to go. Mexico arrests people who overstay, and so does almost every other country. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, America is different. America is like we got our when people say we built our country on immigrants, that's real. Now they did it the legal way, yeah, and I ain't gonna fake it was the Caucasian one, but we did build this country like that. That's how we got here. Um, am I saying Mexico is bringing, you know what I'm saying, they ain't bringing high quality individuals? You can argue that. They're Mexicans and Europeans are different. This Western culture, this Western nation that we live amongst, uh, it requires Western mindsets. Mexicans don't really have that. And I'm not about to fake and act like they do. They don't. So it's but they're great laborers. Eh, but we have enough people here to be laborers, but everybody here lazy. So you can make an argument for both sides. Like you really can. You really can say, uh, you can say Americans need to be laborers, and you can say, well, these people are happy to be laborers at cheap rates. Yeah. European, Caucasian, Spaniards conquered Mexico. Most of them are Caucasian. I thought they look like mongoloids. And if they are Caucasian, nah, they're not Caucasian. I mean, it's not about their uh phenotypes. I'm sorry if you confusing when I'm saying, well, I'm not talking about their phenotype. I'm talking about their culture. Their culture is different. If you want to call Mexicans Caucasians, that's cool. Let's go. Let's say they all white. It's not about them what they look like. It's about their culture. Their culture isn't the same as the European. Europeans have different culture because they grew up in different circumstances. I live in Mexico part time. Just got back from being there for a year. I love Mexicans. Yeah, Mexicans are cool. Those are indigenous people. You honestly don't know anything about Mexico. Yes, I do. I know enough to know that their culture is different than Europeans. They lived in different circumstances, so they had to be different. Spain created the Hispanic culture. No, they didn't. No, they did not. And whatever Hispanic culture you're talking about is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the environment that you live amongst and what you had to do every day to live. Spain is different than Mexico. In Spain, they had to do this to eat. They had to treat their women like this. They had to farm this much. They had to their behavior patterns are different. Behavior patterns create different cultures. The African man didn't have to uh, build build structures to eat. All he had to do was pick from a tree. So it didn't make his, you feel me? He didn't have to work too much to get a meal. In Europe, in the Caucasus Mountains, they had to work very hard to eat, very hard. So they had to be more strategic when they had to figure out how to eat. That creates different cultures. And what I'm saying is, Mexico The styles were different. It's not about the people and what they look like. It's about the culture and the behavior patterns that they picked up over centuries of living there. It made them different. They're not the same as Caucasian or Europeans, is what I'm saying. Uh, Gross. Okay, last but not least, the asylum application fee. Wow, big beautiful bill imposes a $1,000 fee on asylum seekers. How y'all feel about that? The red is very triggering. Yeah, it is. Oh, they hate it so much. But how do y'all feel about this? So the asylum application fee. So if you come here and you are seeking asylum, there's a $1,000 fee on asylum seekers. That's that's not bad, right? Short-term effects, potential decrease in asylum applications. So people won't literally come here and be so happy to say, "Yeah, I'm an asylum seeker." Long-term effects, concerns over access to asylum for low-income individuals. Dang, $1,000, $1,000. It shows they are willing to pay their way. Yeah, 100%, 100%. You gonna pull up and you want to seek asylum? You drop a band, we got you. Come on in. Drop a band, come on in. Carpe diem, goofball alert. There's always a fee. Do you ever read anything? Nothing about immigration is free. You're off topic. I don't think you know what we're talking about here. The asylum fee or TPS fee is horrible. How the hell are they gonna get that cash? Maybe they seek. Maybe they seek asylum. Maybe they seek asylum and then they're old, or they have a debt of $1,000. Is maybe that's how it'll go? Not sure. Your mind just threatened me. Who? Jocelyn, it's better to keep your mouth shut and let people think that you're low intelligence than to open your mouth and remove all of that. That's a threat. I ain't sure about that. How are you going to talk about how are you going to talk about immigrants coming in illegally then when white people came here illegally? Girl, shut up. So only the rich can ask for asylum. That makes a lot of sense. $1,000? Trump is basically getting rid of tax dollars from getting rid of good immigrants. Not all immigrants are bad. Background checks should be a must, but denying immigrants completely is not Christian. Um, is he? Nobody's denying immigrants completely. There is an asylum fee. I mean, I don't know how Christian it is to charge them $1,000, but uh, yeah, I don't see the big issue with that. Mexico charges $500 for a 1 year visa, so yeah, that's fair. Ah, the same way they paid the cartel. uh, I'm saying it's better to stay silent and let people think that you're uneducated than to blurt something out and remove all that. Okay, y'all having a back and forth in here. Okay, do your thing. Every country has been settled and colonized over the century. That's how life works. Yes, everywhere amongst Africa. That's how they usually do it. Trump getting rid of benefits for veterans. What? We talking about the big beautiful bill. If that's happening, man, that's messed up. But that's not a part of this bill. At least we didn't read that in here. And this is the end. Uh, more information, more misinformation. James, CNN has been brainwashing you. Yeah, yeah, James, you tweaking. I don't know what you're talking about. Benefits for veterans. They just saying anything out here, huh? Yeah, I hope they let them pay overtime because that does sound like it sucks. Yeah, you talking about look, you seeking asylum? We need 1,000. Can we? I need a rat. I need a I need 1,000 off the rip right now. I already pay you 1,000 right now. Yes, plus tax. So you looking at 1,087 and 29 cents. Damn, I gotta pay that right now up front. You seeking asylum? First of all, I just came from Mexico. I don't have U.S. dollars anyway. Do you pay it in what's it? Pesos or euros? Pesos. Do you pay it in pesos? No, of course you don't pay it in pesos. Where am I gonna get $1,000 in cash? I like that theory. That would be a little better to run a balance. Uh, I know a lot about Mexico. The sunglasses I have fit good, and they're from Mexico. Ah, nice. Elizabeth, those people have to hire a lawyer to get the asylum. The lawyer fee alone is $3,000. We can't be that dumb. Wow, is that a requirement? Illegals is the issue. Our hearts is the issue. I'm gonna call you FDC. How do you feel about Trump unbanning segregation in the federal building? I like that. Segregation is high key retarded. Um, I hope. I wonder what Christ would say about $1,000 fees to escape oppression, terrorism, and cartels. Douglas, man, anybody can say anything at that border, though. Anything at that border, man. I mean, how can you? How do you prove that you are in this dangerous situation that you're claiming? Even though Mexico is crazy, it's a scary place. They killing people that are running they killing politicians on the daily. And I heard what I read last year: 29 politicians running for offices got killed during the campaign. That's scary, bro. That's why I be just thankful. Like, man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm straight. We in America. It's sweet out here. Jesus will flip over tables. These liberals don't know about Operation Mockingbird. Look it up, liberals. Go to the immigration website. The information is there and free. Immigration is the highest U.S. income. Y'all running this up. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me get down here. Oh, I'm going too slow. I am not religious or believe anything completely. I'm not religious or believe completely everything in the Bible, but I died years ago and Christ and God are real. I believe in leading a moral life and I have respect for the Ten Commandments. That's your issue, Gene. You have to submit to Christ. I think that's where we disconnect that. When you submit, then you probably understand where I'm coming from. I know most, because I assume that you were like a liberal, like just the way what you were saying, how you just prioritizing pain and all of this, but we prioritize order over here because God is order, and I think if you submit to God, I think we can be on the same page. You feel me? I love you, but it's like you gotta. I know you don't. You say you can't believe everything completely in the Bible, and that's where our disconnection is. You believe God, Christ is real. That's cool, but is He a Lord and Savior? Is what's going to save you. America is so politically ignorant. Yeah, most Americans are. Uh, it's it's been proven most of them are shady, smuggling kids, drugs, and guns. Jesus will be considered a liberal today. A liberal in America because America is dark, super dark. But oh no no no, not too leftist though. Oh no, Jesus will not be with y'all. Y'all cut little girls' breast off. Y'all okay with aborting babies. Y'all cut little kids' penises off. Y'all sexually confusing everybody. All y'all worry about is y'all what y'all going through. All y'all do is put y'all pain on y'all pour y'all pain on your sleeve and all y'all do is worry about what's wrong and like y'all gotta chill. No, Jesus would be a liberal. He'll be a liberal for He'll try to liberate the people from doing what y'all do. No, Jesus will be a conservative. Liberals talk about Jesus cracking me up. I swear, bro, liberals could they shouldn't have a. Ugh, no, not y'all. Y'all can't talk about Christ. Not y'all. He will not be on the Democratic side. 100% no. Jesus will be a communist according to modern day policy. I don't think he'd be a capitalist, but I don't know if he'd be a communist though. Woo woo boss. No way Jesus will be a liberal. Not okay with abortion to start with. 100%. Y'all be killing babies. What the hell? Excuse my language. I'm not a part of any religion because of corruption, segregation, and because they cause wars. But I am a theist and an omnist. What religion causes corruption? Christianity does not cause corruption, segregation, none of that. You talking about? People do. People that claim that they're Christians do that, but Christians don't do that. Liberals believe in killing babies. Jesus says, "Thou shalt not kill." Looking for little Ricky, the one that got picked on in gym class. I don't think it's Christian removing help from an individual who needs it. Oh, what help is being removed? Look, I'm about to check out, man. Oh man, tonight was fun, man. I had a blast, man. I'm hot. We went 2 hours. Yeah. Let's end it off with a prayer, guys. Come on. Look, I got a new band today. I was going to say stole. I retrieved this from my daughter. Focus on God's glory. Come on, man. You know me. That's what we got to do. That's what we love to do. Come on, guys. It's all about love. Love. Love, love, love. Love. All right, man. We want to get the live calls coming in. Man, hold on. I really want to do this. I really want to do the live call. I really want to do the live call. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. I need a number. I don't want to give everybody my cell phone number. So should I do like WhatsApp or something? But I do want to speak to. I want to hear from God. Like I want to speak to everybody. I want to hear from the liberals. I want to hear from the conservatives. I want to hear from the religious. I want to hear from the antichrist people. I want to hear from the people in Judaism. I want to hear from the Christians. I want to hear from the Muslims. I want to hear from everybody. I want to hear from the Trumpers, if that's the thing. I want to hear from the anti-Trumpers. But like, what's the? I need a phone number, or should I? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Could I send people a link to the stream and they jump in here? Your Gmail account has a Google number option. I seen that thing. Like I seen that it was like Google number or something. I downloaded the app, but it wouldn't let me create an account. I tried again. Get a spoof number. I'll try that. I'm gonna try that. But yeah, 100%. I'll lock it in. Yeah, let's do that tomorrow because I want to hear from the people. I want to argue with y'all too. You know, I like fighting, man. People call me a lawyer. Oh my God, my hair is busted. I need a haircut. All right, man. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you again for another night. I'm grateful. I'm so appreciative. Learned about this big, beautiful bill, man. I just want to get some cross some T's, dot some I's, and I learned a lot. And some people taught me a lot. And I'm just grateful for you, Lord. Keep pushing me your way. Keep opening people's hearts to you and lead people towards your way. Um, uh, uh, Lady in here named Jean Ward. I'm praying for her to connect to you. She's right there, Lord. She's right there. And I just hope you show her the light and show her that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. I want to pray for the sick. I want to pray for our leaders. I want to pray for my neighbors. I want to pray for me, my family, and pray for my guy Dustin. Pray for my guy Boo Boo Boss. And I want to pray for uh, sorry if I forgot the other moderator name. He's in here arguing with everybody. I want to pray for him too. I mean, I'm just grateful and appreciative. I get to do this show. I get to speak to all of these people, and I just keep to just push your word. And although there are people that's gonna reject you, please keep your light on them, protect them, shield them, help them, guide them, because your way is the only way. And I'm praying for a better life, better lifestyle for me, better lifestyle for my family, and a better lifestyle for my community, and a better lifestyle for my country, and a better lifestyle for the world. And it's all gonna be because of you. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's go. Peace and love. Night Wolf, love you, brother. Peace and love. Outlaw. Dang, Josie Wills, love you, brother. Jocelyn, love you. Elizabeth, I love all of you guys. Gene, I love you too. This is awesome. I love you guys. FDC, amen. Oh man, appreciate every single one of you guys. Love you guys. Boo Boss, let's go. Hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.